Do I think I'm ready for marriage? I think I could be. Oh man. Um I have been thinking about marriage a lot. I mean, I've talked about it a lot in the past couple of years, but I have thought more seriously about it the past 2, 3 weeks. And just a lot is coming to the forefront of my mind. One of them being a question that I feel like was just mentally downloaded, just blop right into my brain. Not a question I asked myself, but it just popped up. Is, am I ready to die to myself for a spouse? What does that mean, might you ask? I am not a Bible teacher, so I don't feel comfortable sharing exactly what that means generally speaking. But what I feel like that means to me is, am I ready to be selfless for the sake of my spouse, a spouse? Um, Again, I think I could be. I don't think I've been in the past year and a half. I have been in more situations where I have been called to be selfless than I think at any other point in my life, and I have not always answered the call. um, but lately, I can confidently say that within friendships and within community, I have been more selfless and not in my own strength. I have come out of my comfort zone quite a bit to serve, to be a listening ear, to show up when I don't always feel like it, to keep my mouth shut when I know I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut, to speak lovingly when I know that I'm supposed to speak. And it's not perfect, and I don't always succeed in being obedient to how I feel like I'm supposed to be dying to my flesh within my friendships and within community. But I do think that it is something that the Lord is working on in me. I've not been married before, so the only, I guess, like, and you don't really need to be married before to know, like, oh, I'm ready to be married again. That's kind of weird. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, in friendship and in community, I am learning what it means to die to myself. And I feel like it's probably really similar in like marriage covenant with a spouse. Not the same, I'm sure, but very similar. So, yeah, I've also been asking myself, like, wow, do I really want to be married? What does that mean? Um, Being married means becoming one with someone. What is that going to look like? What do I need to be looking for in a person who I could potentially become one with? And I've just learned in the past few months that I had previously like prioritized things that I thought were important in looking for a partner, that aren't so important to me today, or I feel like they shouldn't be. um, so I think the Lord is preparing me for marriage potentially. But I genuinely don't know how to determine, like, am I ready for marriage? I don't think I would say yes to being in a relationship if I didn't feel like I was ready to um, aim for marriage. And I guess that brings me to the point of dating versus courtship, and how, like, for me, being courted means like whoever is interested in me and pursuing me um, is still my brother in Christ until the day we say I do. So, um, you know, I think the biggest thing to focus on in dating, in courtship, is obviously, like, well, maybe not obviously, but what's how can we serve the Lord and serve his people together? Like, does it make sense? Not will it be easy, but does it make sense? And what would that look like? And yes, are we compatible? Do we have similar interests? We don't have to be the same person, but you know, there's an ant on my desk. Ugh. Somebody in the comments give me a natural remedy for ants. I feel like, is it cinnamon? Anyway, maybe I should start with or talk about what is a non-negotiable in dating. And I think one of them is discipleship. So I have a few people in my life that disciple me, that walk alongside me in this walk with the Lord, who have been walking with the Lord longer than me, have more wisdom in a lot of different areas than me, have stronger discernment, can catch blind spots and things I'm just not, can like call me out and check me and remind me, like put a mirror to me, and like compare it to, like, the Lord is a standard, the Bible is a standard, God's character is a standard, and here's the mirror of me. How do those two align? Are they aligning right now? Where do I need to go and like surrender to the Lord or draw near to the Lord? And so I think the same should apply to marriage, or like getting ready for marriage. Like, I want to be with someone who sees it as important to be discipled. I guess like premarital counseling really is what it is, by a couple that are married, that have been married for a while, and have the capacity to counsel me and whoever my potential spouse is, and gearing up for marriage, because I don't know all that it takes to be married. I just know that I keep hearing it's hard and it's beautiful and there's a lot of sacrifice, and it's supposed to be like, marriage was designed to be a physical example here on earth of how the Lord pursued and pursues his church, his relationship with us, so the thought of getting married is exciting and also scary, because once you get married, that's it. Like, ain't no and if, buts, what if, what, like, there's no like checking out at that point. And so a lot of people say like, oh, I want to do marriage one time. Like, I only got one marriage in me. If it don't work, that's it. Like, if you're mad at me, go in the other room. But it's so much bigger than that. Like, getting married to somebody means like making a promise to someone before the Lord, that you are gonna choose this person again and again. Like, this is, as much as I am God's daughter, like whoever I choose to say I do to, that is also God's son, and like an image bearer of Christ, and how I treat them reflects like the respect, the reverence that I have for God. And so like, yeah, I guess I should be a little bit scared, but who knows what the future holds. I feel like this video is like a bit all over the place. I am still figuring out like all that I want to do with this channel. I just know that I want to show up as myself authentically, and be transparent without sharing more than what I feel like needs to be shared. And I feel like I'm doing a good job, but I want to be more organized, and that will come with time. I just have to get more comfortable talking on the camera, which is so crazy because I think a lot of people might perceive me, I don't know, as somebody who is comfortable in front of the camera. And I can be when I know what I want to talk about. Or if I have like a loose outline. With these vlogs right now, I'm just like, oh, what is on my mind today? And how can I expound on that? And I guess today was marriage. But yeah, y'all have a good night, and I will see y'all tomorrow.